What's up, everybody? Thanks for watching today, baby. All right, guys, today we are going to be doing an oil change on a ZX-10R. So this should be the same for any 21 through 23 Kawasaki ZX-10. You can see we have everything that we need here, hopefully, and we'll find out if not. So we have 4 quarts of full synthetic 10W40 engine oil. We also have the OEM oil filter and the washer that you need for the drain plug. Okay, so we've got all those things. We've also got the proper oil filter, and this is not really always needed. Hopefully they didn't harp the old oil filter on there, but I have this. This is just a tool to get the oil filter loose and tightened on when I replace it. Okay, so like I said, this is not always mandatory, but I have it, so I'm gonna use it. Also, you'll need a socket wrench with a 17mm socket for the drain bolt, and then you'll need something to drain your oil in, and then you'll need some towels. And also, if you're old like me, you'll have a little piece of carpet to kind of lay on to help your knees, and if you need to lay on your back. So we're gonna go ahead and get started here. First thing we're gonna do is put this under the bike and crack that. We're gonna crack that drain plug loose. All right, so we're on the left-hand side of the bike. Here's the bolt you need to do right here, 17mm. I already cracked it loose. Pull the drain plug underneath there. I'm just gonna probably let this bolt fall in. Please don't make a mess. Woo! Good shot, baby. Let that baby drain. The engine is overfilled, so I hope this doesn't overfill my tank here. Some dark looking oil. That is a lot of oil. Grab yourself a rag, wipe your hand off, don't get dirty everywhere. Wow, that is still coming out pretty fast. Oh my gosh, there's way too much oil in here, guys. All right, so just about done there. So I'm gonna let that finish draining, and I'm gonna get the new washer, the new lock washer. Put it on there, and then I'll seal this up in just a minute. All right, so that just about finished draining. I'm gonna take the rag and just kind of wipe this. There's still gonna be some draining, I'm sure. I've got the new crush washer on here, and we're gonna go ahead and zip her on here. I'm gonna go ahead and try to wipe that a little bit. Try to get under here if possible. If not, that's okay. I'll get it after it's tightened up. And then make sure that you torque this to the right specs. I believe, I'm just going off of memory here, I think it's 23 foot-pounds. Do not quote me on that. Go off of the torque specs, guys. All right, thanks to this handy dandy wrench, I should be able to do this as I record it. Hope that'll make the biggest mess here. I'm gonna get that out. We're gonna start dripping. I'm trying to do this with one hand here. See how much of a mess I make. Yeah, guys, this is simple stuff. Don't be taking your motorcycle to no damn shop to pay for this freaking oil change. If you can't change your own oil, you need to learn how. This is way too easy. Way too easy. Put the money in your own pocket. Probably the money you spend to have them change your oil is the same amount of money that you could pay for your own oil change. So make sure that you get the right parts with the oil filter. I'm gonna let this finish draining out and then get the new filter ready, and we'll be back in just a minute. All right, so we've got the new oil filter here. I like to usually put a little bit of oil around the O-ring to make it easier to remove next time you do this. But there's already a little bit on here, so I wiped off the engine block there, as you can see. And we're gonna screw this bad boy on. Always do, when you're putting things on like this, make sure you start it by hand and make sure that you're not cross-threading it. Same with bolts like this. So always start by hand on everything, guys, or else you might cross-thread it and then you'll really be screwed. So get it on as tight as you can with your hand. Okay, and then take this off and torque it to spec. Always check your torque specs. I believe this one's supposed to be to 15 foot-pounds. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that tightened and I'll be back in just a moment. All right, so we got the new filter on. I always put the old filter in this bag just so it doesn't get all over your garage floor. And then you can just throw this box away and not make a huge mess. So, a lot of people too, if you don't have a torque wrench, you can just tighten that down as tight as you can by hand and then just crank it on just a little bit extra after that. All right, so now that we're done there, come up here, remove this, and also you'll want to get a funnel, and then we'll go ahead and start putting the oil right in. All right, I forgot that you're gonna need a longer funnel for this job. Make sure that you spray that funnel out with brake parts cleaner and wipe it down real good. You don't want any dirt or debris getting in there, obviously, in your clean oil. So I've already got these quarts with the top off. We're gonna go ahead and put it in there now. And I'm gonna probably put about 3.8 quarts in and then do a test and see how the engine fluid is after that, all right? So let's get it on. 16 bucks a quart, so we don't wanna be spilling any of this. All right, and we are done. I just started the bike, let it warm up for a minute or two, and what you'll do is make sure that you check the oil level again, make sure it's in the proper lines, and make sure when you do that, guys, that the bike is flat and not on a kickstand when you check the oil levels. So that's it, guys. Make sure you don't have any leaks. So you don't want to be sliding down the road with some oil on your tires. And that's it, guys. This is very easy to do. Don't pay anybody to service your bike. You should be able to service your own bike, guys. All right, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want. Hit the like button, and we'll see you on the next one.